name's Rhys Fulthorpe and I studied the NEBOSH National Diploma, and it was the virtual online classroom. The course was incredibly intense but also very rewarding. I think quite sadly I got enjoyment from studying the course because it was sort of learning and delving into things that I may not be overly familiar with my current employment, but it gave me a sort of a good sense of what's out there, what else I can do, and so on. I think for me it's the practical implementation of the things that you've learned throughout the course. I think people with sort of safety don't know it all, and it's a case of sort of being involved in a situation and sort of methodically working through that situation to sort of get the right answer and to keep things safer, really. Studying the course was part of my natural progression. I've undertaken various sort of study previously. It was always on my sort of plan to undertake the course, but it was sort of looking for the right time to study it. And again, it was one of those things. It's a leading course sort of in the industry of health and safety, so it felt right to do so. I certainly would recommend the NEBOSH Diploma to anybody looking to sort of further their study with health and safety. I think the reasons why is it gives you a much more broader aspect into health and safety management than other sorts of maybe qualifications like the NEBOSH General Certificate or other sort of CPD courses. Completing the course is absolutely worth it. I think the advice that I would give is prepared to do the work for it. It's very intense. It's not something that you're going to be able to achieve just sort of by the odd evening bit of work. You've sort of got to immerse yourself within the study and within the exam window. So it's just as long as you're fully prepared to go all in, I think you're absolutely fine with it. I think sort of looking at different providers, I've done my research of seeing who's out there. I think NEBOSH offered me the flexibility that I needed, and they had different options for me. I think having completed my course with Astutis, I think the one thing I can recommend is Astutis moving forward. The sort of the tutor support they offered was second to none. The sort of the knowledge of the tutors who were able to provide you with sort of real life scenarios and real life experience for the course made that level of understanding much easier. I think it's a bit surreal. I think when I sort of first set off on the NEBOSH Diploma, you sort of see the different categories of pass, distinction, credit, etc. I always sort of had eyes on trying to obtain a distinction. You know, sort of if you're going to do it, you may as well do it properly. But after sort of opening and completing the first paper, I would have been very happy just to pass because it was difficult. But to get here and find out that I've won sort of Best Candidate Award is great. I think hard work is the big thing. It's not to underestimate the challenge. I think the best bit of advice I could give is think practically about what you're doing and how it would apply to real world scenarios. It's not a case of remembering and reciting information and legislation. It's knowing, what the scenario's asking you, what the question's asking you, and just applying that common sense or health and safety common sense answer to it.